coming into Poochera. It's in South Australia. I'll stop here for a little bit. Try and find somewhere to clean the windscreen and have something to eat, because the place I stopped at last night, it was nice under the trees there alongside the road, but when I woke up this morning, it was pretty disgusting in there. I went in there at night time, so I didn't see what it was like, but millions of flies this morning. I wouldn't have eaten anything there, it had just been covered in flies. Heading across to Port Augusta, then down through Adelaide and out to Tailem Bend today. But I won't go and show you all the towns and everything, because there's no real need to. Most of the towns along here anyhow are built around the wheat silos, or for the wheat silos. Caravan park, that's little dusty caravan park there. In this town anymore. Even the Oval's a kilometre out of town. See a service station on the other side of the railway line, so we'll go and stop there and hopefully clean the windscreen. This is Kimber. And there's someone on the road there. I can't remember whether it was Kimber or Kind Cutter that had the giant parrot. Wow, Galar. On the right in the corner, but I can't remember. Lovely. Just want to clean the windscreen. Now this is displaying the price of fuel, $2.02.9 for diesel. It's probably better quality than the crap that I got at Norseman. Silo art. I was wondering where they were. I've painted the side of the silos, so I'll have a look. I didn't see any on the way here, so I thought, oh, maybe it's somewhere else in the Adelaide area. Supposed to turn right there, but alright, where's the silo art? Oh, there it is. Do a U-turn so you can get to see it, and then we'll head out. More cars. There you go. Silo art. Now you've seen it. I'll keep going. Stop in here anyhow, because I've got to make some phone calls. Alright, there you go, seen it. Everybody's probably seen the parrot before at Kimber, but did you know there's also kangaroo, well, emu there. Kangaroo hiding behind the post there. But for those that really look carefully, there you go. I don't know whether that's meant to be a dingo or a fox, but anyway. So a lot of people look for the big things, and they see that, and they miss all the little stuff. Like little foxy over there. Anyway, I'm going to keep driving. There you go. That hill in front of us is out to the right. Looks like it's got steps going down the left-hand edge of it. That's Iron Knob. An iron ore mine. Everyone thinks the iron ore mines are all up north. Well, this one's down south. As you get up into the town of Iron Knob, on the turn-off there used to be an old steam shovel and some information, but I don't know if it's there anymore. It was 20 years since I did this drive, so might not be there anymore. Out the side there, vastness of nothing. It's actually a army impact range, or shooting range. All that area out there to the right, you'll see the signs all the way along the fence line saying don't go in there. There's unexploded ordnance all over the place. They used to fire the tanks in here. I think the tanks all moved up north now. They still have OSLAVs and APCs and all sorts of stuff going off in there. This area, very hard to navigate too. The maps they've got of the training area are at quite a good scale. But when you're on foot in this area and you're navigating, you've got nothing to sort of navigate by. There's no big hills or anything to line up on, so you really got to go by your compass and your distance to get around. It was quite hard to navigate there. This road probably looks a little bit like the road that was in the film. A bit further on it'll really stand out when you come up to the big water tanks. The film up here, Wolf Creek. There you go. Some of the army trucks. There's the tanks at the top. Slabs, all sorts of stuff up there. I would go and have a look, but I don't think they'll be allowed in there. You can see out the top of the hill there, it's a whole pile of windmills. Wind farm generating electricity. But as you can see, they're not spinning. None of them are, because there's no wind. So how are these people getting their electricity if there's no wind? Obviously that Lee Creek up the road is a coal mine there, and that produces coal, and they train it or truck it from my train down to a power station to the right of us, which is near Adelaide, and that power station generates the electricity that they need. So all these people that say, oh, we'll just run it off solar and wind, well, if there was a cloudy day today or raining and there's no wind, you're not going to get any power. Those battery backup systems they're putting in all over the place only give you 2 hours of power. So what's the point? There you go, off to the right at the front you can see Port Augusta. The big range of hills in the background is the southern Flinders Ranges. I was going to go up, turn it that way. Over there you can see the big hill. Near there, that mountain, there is a pass, a very historic pass, that goes up over the back to one of the towns. I was going to go up that pass, and then at the top you can turn right and you go up to a lookout, and you're allowed to camp there overnight. But it's, well, WA time it's only 12 o'clock, Eastern States time it's only 2:44, so I've got plenty of time to keep on going, and I'll get through the other side of Adelaide pretty close to Tailem Bend before I need to crash for the night. Well, another thing from here, from Port Augusta, if you want to do a adventure flight, I guess you'd call it, book yourself in on the mail plane from the airport that's down there to the right of, you probably can't see it. They actually fly a twin-engined aircraft all the way up to Mount Eyre, and it stops at all of the stations along the way up. Then on the way back from Mount Eyre, it stops at all the stations sort of on the western side on my way back down. So you get to see all the different stations and basically half of Australia from the air. Certainly a really good flight. Amazing scenery, what you can see out there. I did it once to go out to a cattle station because I wasn't sure of the station tracks. Once I learnt the station tracks, I knew which ones to go to get into the station. I drove out there, but it was certainly well worth it. It was an amazing flight, and got to meet some really good people on the stations. And if you can't hear me over the wind noise from the fan, the air conditioner is going full bore at the moment. And I looked at it and went, well, I wonder why that is, and then looked at the outside temperature, and it's actually 40 degrees outside. So yeah, the air conditioner's cranking it in here, and it's a nice cozy 24 degrees inside. So it's going to be a bit of a shock when I jump out and go into the shop. Well, just about to get into Adelaide. Haven't been here for a very long time. And the roads into Adelaide have changed a bit. Not a lot, but enough to get a little bit confusing. So I use the GPS. Hopefully, it will send me the right way.
Continue for 19 kilometres.
In 19 kilometres, we'll find out. If you heard that. Alright, anyway, it's sort of a really dull entrance to the city. You drive down these roads and it's sort of old farmhouses, rundown farms, old market gardens, a little bit of industrial area. It's not really a pretty entrance to the city. Like Perth, when you come down Great Eastern Highway and drop off the hills and you can see the city in the distance, it looks good. But over here it's just very plain. This concrete road's interesting. It's sort of, they've got lines in it so it gives you traction, but it actually steers you. You can feel it pulling the car around the corners and that, because the lines go around the corner. Makes it very easy to drive. I could almost go to sleep here. There you go. If you look out that way in the distance, you'll see Adelaide, the city. But we're going that way. The old road was actually on the other side of those salt lakes to the left. I went down that way. This sort of winds its way straight through the middle of a salt lake, and then curves its way back into the city. Bit interesting. I suppose it's pushing the traffic away from all the houses and everything and making a faster run. There's also a power station out there. Although they reckon Adelaide runs on wind power now, I'm pretty sure that power station still kicks in when it needs it. And they've got those magical speed signs that change. Obviously because someone's broken down here, so they drop the speed limit. But unlike Perth, that only went down to 90. In Perth they drop it down to 60, so you can crawl past. We're at the corner of Main North Road. That's the road we used to come in on. So we sort of went towards the coast a bit, through the Salt Lakes and down here, and we're back to where I know where I am. The outer ring road. There's some really nice houses, really old, nice houses that we're driving around. And on the inside, there's parklands everywhere. And the dog park that I saw back there was about the size of that football field. Let loose your dog. I've got to turn right somewhere up here. And my GPS hasn't told me where yet. It's been rather quiet. controlled intersections, so you can't do a sneaky left on them. You have to wait for the lights. But the ones that you can do a sneaky left, they actually say turn left at when safe to do so or something. I can't remember what it said, but yeah, they've got them all through the city. Makes it easier to get around and stops, helps with the traffic flow. About first exit onto R1. The same electric scooters that we've got all over
the roundabout and take the first exit onto R1, Dequetville Terrace. Then enter Britannia roundabout and take the third exit onto R1.
See what? Okay. This here one. And take the third exit. Oh yeah.
Enter Britannia roundabout and take the third exit onto R1, Fullarton Road.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. So we'll have to go up here, pull over, let a couple of cars past and do a U-turn, because that lane would not go around to the right, but we'll go this way. About, you should get in there when you've got a gap, but there isn't much of a gap. Nice that bus to cut everyone off. Yeah. Right, back on track.
Continue on Fullarton Road for 2 kilometres.
Fullarton Road for 2 kilometres. This is the A1 highway around Australia. And it says to continue for 66 kilometres. But before I do that, I'll pick up some fuel. Otherwise I'll have to refuel at Murray Bridge. No biggie. I don't think the price of fuel is going to be too much different out there. Just got to find a petrol station. Oh look, McDonald's. Anyway, just keep going up this road. You can see the hill in front of us. It goes sort of like quarter of the way up that hill and then disappears into a tunnel.